like I said, the one issue I see is that with the mount, people get caught underneath mount and they don't address issues on how to get out, they don't address the attacks. So we're going to go, I'm going to start in the middle of the class like I normally do. They're going to go back to the very start, they're going to finish it off and put it all together. Right, so the main reason I do the middle part is that's normally the part that has the main, the guts of the class, and you guys can get that repeated through the whole system. It's much, wherever I go to start, you know, and all the way through, you tend to repeat the start of the class quite a fair bit, which I find isn't necessarily the guts of it, where the middle part's kind of what makes or breaks where we're going to go. Okay, Josh is in my guard. I know that we said mount, we will be here. So what's going to happen, I'm going to make this nice and easy. Josh uses his left hand and opens my leg up like it's going to pass the guard, pushes it down. I'm going to make sure that I do two things. Come on. I'm going to turn so that my leg's on the ground so he can't push it down any further. It also locks his hand into position. Because if it's here, there's a lot of variables where it can go, where it's on the ground. This makes me this allows me to do one of two things. I'm going to cup the hand, but I'm going to cup it so that I'm not cupping out, I'm cupping around it like I'm doing what's that called? A muppet. Marionette, whatever. Okay. So not that way, because if he pulls the arm out, the arm goes further away from me. I want it in so that if he tries to pull the arm out, this is going to be the hardest part, and this is the game changer. Is this? I'm now going to do what I call a shrimp. Or it's how a crayfish or a shrimp moves. So I take my head in, I grab the elbow, and I pull backwards. Let's have a look at that again. So a lot of the time that we're here, when people they try and lock the Kimura up while they're sitting up, which takes a lot of effort. So I'm here, I do a small hip escape, and I'll grab the elbow. I now pull my elbow to my chest, close my guard, and go to my Kimura position. Okay, so my opponent's going to open up my leg. I'm going to muff it, grip it, muff it, hip escape, sit up, roll, close my guard, and I'm going to be in the Kimura position. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Sorry. I'm just going to fix a couple little things. Marcus in my guard. So, got my control, his hand goes through, muffet grip. What I'm doing is, watch carefully is this. I'm doing like a shrimp. So I try to take my head to here, not to here. So I try to take my head to here. So he can't progress any further. Just my knees and across the stomach. What I'm doing is this, I'm trying to roll the elbows to my shoulder around. And I hold it against my chest. If it's here, there's a lot of flexion, you can straighten the arm, etc. So the part that I'm seeing is, when the guys are here, right, if I don't get behind it, if I don't roll it, he's not going to come to me. So I want to kind of get my fingers behind. Secondly, what I've seen is people are putting it straight, it won't bend. Like if I just pull this straight, we're in a fight. Or if I kind of roll it, it's going to come to me. Thirdly, and the most important thing is, watch what this hand does. Market grip. So I'm creating a valley. Does that kind of make sense? So I'll lift up so there's a space for him to come into. Pull, close it up. Once I'm here, it's pretty much done. Now turn my head first, turn my shoulder. Don't do it from here. Turn your head, that'll by default roll your body. Yeah, so because the elbows are touched to my chest, when I roll, when I look, my whole body rolls and his shoulder and elbow has to roll as well. So, muppet grip, come round, we're pulling the elbow in and make sure the elbows are touched to our body, turn our head, turn our shoulder and it'll follow through. 1, 2, 3, go. So that's pretty much just the nuts and bolts on the Kimura of the guard pass. It comes up a lot more often than what you think it does, depending on how we're escaping and moving. So if I can kind of make my partner go to that position of mount escape that I have the ability to hit the Kimura, I'm in a far better position than just trying to escape mount and hope for the best. So I want to kind of plan a little bit ahead. I wanted to push my leg down, or at least I wanted to try and block my leg out from coming through, and that will set the Kimura up. My thoughts, don't do the Kimura from underneath mount. I'll explain, you can. It's a perfectly legitimate finish, nothing wrong with it, but I want to set a lot of work up before we do that. Okay, so Michael, stop mounting me. Okay. I work a very specific mount, and so mount escape. Well, I work a very specific mount, and I work a very specific mount escape is I always protect on one side. And it sounds really weird, but most people, when they go for the collar choke, they put their left hand in first. Good. So, and that enables me to start to, right, so what I do is going to go 1 and 2. Now this sounds really weird. I'm going to bring my leg out. I'll try to put my hamstring onto his leg and flat. I'll bring my leg out. I'll try and put my hamstring onto his leg flat. I do 2 motions. I'll extend my hands but not straighten them. I'll extend my hands but not straighten them. And again. So he can post. Nothing wrong with posting. So frames first. If I need to, kick him in the butt, put my hamstring flat. Now, some of you guys can find this quite uncomfortable. Okay. So now, push on the belt and turn. Thank you. He's got to post. Like I said to you, I've got to be very careful. The reason why this is successful is he can't spin the arm bar because I've got the leg caught. If I don't do that, he's going to spin the arm bar, which we're going to have a look at in a second. Okay, so one more time. We're here, same system. I kick him in the back, put my hamstring flat, and my toes are facing out. If they're facing up, there's a gap. So my toes are facing down. Push, capture. Okay, swim, come over, lock it up. I push him on the leg. If he tries to upgrade to the arm bar, it's just, so what I mean, if I'm here, he's going to upgrade and he has the ability to arm bar me. So I've got to keep him, but, this side here. One more time. Set the trap. 1, 2, legs down. Push backwards, roll, grab, shrink, come over. Now, for me personally, trap that leg, I'm in the bridge. Once it's locked on, it's on. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Thank you. It's still going to come on. So, just that technique, I get it every now and then, but the times I don't get it, they normally get to my back or they get me an arm bar or bow and arrow. So it was really good for a little while. Then once people kind of catch on to it at a higher level, it's not as successful. So I changed the entry to the Kimura off the mount escape a little bit. So I just modified what I was doing as far as getting the mount and making the hand come to a position that's easier for me to grab and harder for them to kind of like take my back or modify. I just got to grab Emerald mount, please. So this is one of the escapes I use to set up the arm. There's two that I use, but this is the first one. And this one's called like the knee to elbow escape. I'm going to go nice and slow. So I work on the same system from here. But what I'm doing is as I nudge my partner forward, I tuck my leg under and I turn to the side. My elbow must be on the inside of her knee. So she tries to pick the arm up, it's underneath it. Where it's on the outside, she can pick it up and get a high mount. So let's have a look at that again. The small detail is this. As I bridge or push, my elbow goes on the inside, and I'll switch my legs. This allows me to catch the half guard. Now, I want to do the bait. What I want to do is I'm going to push my partner, I'm going to bring my knee through, so that 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to try and push my knee down to try and stop the mount. So this is the position we're in off the guard pass, which makes it better for me. So let's have a look at that again. So off the mount, to get spaces, I bridge, elbow goes on the inside, kick my leg and swing it through. I now use this to catch. I now go my side to here, nice and easy. So now they can't get my back because I have the Kimura and I've caught the leg. And even if they do, I'm taking the Kimura with me. Oh no, I'll go with this one. So this is my favourite mount escape. Like I do this. I've been doing this in purple belt. Never fails me. Hardly ever. But here. So watch. 1, 2, 3. Shrimp. Yeah, you think, yeah.
It's a normal reaction because you feel like you're going to take this back. So yeah, you want to do it. Think you're going to set up for it.
So, 1, 2, 3, turn, capture, swing, here. Now, even if he tries to take my back from here, yes, 100%. So if we go back to the original part, it's a shrimp that saves me. The shrimp. 1, 2, 3, boom. So if he pushes, here. So this is the part that saves me. If I say I do the Kimura, it's going to take my, this is the part that I see people mess up. Because I'm going to the arm. So my back's exposed by a narrow arm bar. Where if I go, hey, come here, he can't take my back because I've put, and I'm really high. Secondly about this is I can use this to try to take my partner over to get to a better position as well. So I'll get the 2 points because it's in my half guard and I'm rolling this, so I get the sweet points as well. Go, Mike, I think. So the detail is the shrimp. Create space, kick, push, swing my leg, capture it. Here, the shrimp. So here, pull it in. See my back's not exposed? And now slide up your partner. Slide up. The more you slide up, the less the more you slide up, there's less chance it's going to take you back and control you. And by default, your back's on the ground. 1, 2, 3. We'll do this for about 3 minutes, guys. Just have a bit of a play around. The leg switch is how I catch the leg. The leg switch. I'm seeing certain guys who try to force the leg to the half guard. They've got a good mount, you're not going to catch it. Nice jump on mount. I want to exaggerate again. So, frame system, take his weight forward, push backward, hip escape. So watch what I do with my leg. So I'm going to take my leg as far as I can, under and out forwards. But he can't move because I've jammed it with this. So when I see people do, they go here, their leg by default's over, there's no way I'm ever going to rescue the half guard. Like I'm going to get my back up. Where if I go bridge and I go right leg back as far as I can, jam it and kick through. Secondly is Miles kind of goes, there's no way I'm putting my hand on the ground for a Kimura. Screw that guy. My knees come to my chest. I roll my knees, I turn. He generally try and close to push the other leg down. We're back in the Kimura game again. So if you get caught in the half guard, so back in half, jump him out. So, bridge, push, kick it, yes you can, block it, switch through. Man, knees come to my chest, turn my knees, I'm in wrestle up position. Good. So, if he doesn't post, I hit the rest up.
They stand up on that left leg as you hit my go to sprint down and they stand up on the left.
I'll go slow. So, nudge, bop, turn elbow on the inside, kick, feed it through, bop. So now, because his hand's by my head, I don't get the Kimura. Through my knees to my chest, so we roll my knees. So when would you stand up?
So, Marker, every time I hit bump in before here, as you push,
Yeah,
Marker just instinctively stands up.
Oh, this. Yeah, that's Kankalok City, man. Because he's given me the space. Yeah, Marker, come here. Okay.
Yeah.
So if variables, nudge, bop, turn, kick my leg, boom, elbow, here, right. This is, my elbow's in the same place. Think about it this way. I don't want him to take my back. So I walk my legs away and I sit up. 1, 2, 3. Just have a bit of play around the variables. Okay. So like I said, this isn't something that I use a lot. It's kind of like I want my partner or my opponent to move. It's less about trying to sub them or finish them. It's more about I'm stuck underneath his mouth. I'm having a really hard time getting out. I need to do something to get something to get out of the mouth. Like up. So Marcus on mount, and it's doing a pretty good job on mount, and it's come forward, so it's like nice and flat down. So what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to do two things. I'm going to put my hand across the belt, and my hand stays here. So he's going to do something like that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to push my partner with my elbow over to that side, and I'll try and grab the hand as it lands. So slow motion, bridge, push my partner, come under, and lock it up. So general, this is an arm bar. He'll try and bend his arm to roll. Scoop, right him out. So, like I said, it's not something that be like I'm caught under his mouth. This guy's giving me a really hard time. I want to play the game to at least get some motion to get out of the mouth. So again, he's on mount. I set the trap. So 1, 2, elbow, 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 push, grip. Put my hands into my stomach, flare my elbows out. Put my hands into my stomach, flare my elbows out. Put my hands into my stomach, flare my elbows out. hand, elbow higher than your hand. Bridge, push, pop, under, pump, elbows in, elbows flared. Okay. So, above the elbow, on the wrist. Judo chop. Hands come into me, elbows flare. You have to bring your hands in before you flare your elbows. Like if I flare my elbows, he pulls the arm out. So I close the gap up. So he's going to think, oh, I'll like, you know, like cross face him. Omar, I'm out. My elbow higher than my hand. Hand on the side here. Bridge, push, 1, 2.
Yeah. Stays with you.
It looks like it shouldn't work. It works exceptionally well. The more that Omar, like what Omar, they actually lock themselves in position and they can't go any further. That's, by the way, the most common spot to get from the highlight. They kind of sit back, they go, and they can't, they've got nowhere else to kind of go. One more time, nice and slow.
Not so good, I love it.
So, my elbow higher, so I've got a window to shoot my hand through. Bob, shoot. Above the elbow, on the wrist, cut my hands together. Okay, pull my hands in, flare my elbows. Worst comes to worst is he escapes, boom. I'm out now. 1, 2, 3. 3, Adam.
Yeah.
So, try and think about what we're trying to do to get the reaction. Right, try and think about what we're actually trying to do to them to get the reaction. So let me just explain. So, elbow higher, push my partner, he posts, come under. So what I'm seeing some of you guys doing is you're lifting their elbow up and try and get the submission. That's his escape, so I'm helping him. Where if I go, I bring my top hand down. Ow!
There's a fly in your head.
So I'm bringing my top hand down to make the arm do the Kimura. It's the same as when I get the elbow, by you guys going here, he's going to swing his arm the other way, and right? So think about it this way, here, I'm grabbing it, let me go right, don't hit me again, okay. So, bring my hands in, so I'm rolling, now, flare my elbows now. Don't lift it, that's his escape. He's naturally going to pull the arm out to get out of it. So when I trap it here, my hand's that way, so if he tries to pull his arm out now, it bites on the arm. Where if I'm lifting it, number 2, he says, do not flare your elbows till his elbows on my chest. Right there, now flare. If I flare too early, so put the elbow, same as the Kimura, on my chest. Flare. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. Action reaction, pretty much what jiu-jitsu is based on. And the way that I like to put these together is just flow. So I'm going to go nice slow, so Marcus, I'm out. I set my first one, so my elbow's over, and I try and push, and Michael goes no way. So now, because I step on the other side, my knee goes up behind his back, push, swing my leg, hands on the ground, I'm ready to go. So, you know, like I've got all the Kimuras set up like that. Now I can catch the half guard, I want to catch the half guard, I'm in a wrestling up position. So if I'm baiting him onto the one side, so if I'm baiting him onto my left-hand side, and I'm like, and he's like, no, 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 no. Change your hands, kick, swap your legs, switch it through, where's his hands, pop. So if they fight one, and same as I go the first one, that defender go back to the opposite one, get that little cutting arm bar. So they'll flow together quite nicely. The only time it doesn't work is when they're already flat to you, on a flat mount. I'm not going to deal with that tonight because we're running out of time, but I deal with the flat mount on how to start to create space on the flat mount. When they're like really like, oh man, like I'm having troubles. No, we're not going to put our hands down by the hips because we're going to get Ezekiel choked. So we need to have a good game plan about that, so I will cover that later. Grab a quick drink, guys. You've got your mouth guards. We're just going to do a couple of test runs to make sure everyone's kind of got it in their head. 1, 2,